Anxiety versus intuition. That is the topic of today's episode, and I am here curled up with my blanket on my comfy chair. And when I envision you guys listening to these episodes, I really hope you guys are cozied up too. I want this to be a super cozy feel. You guys are just chilling out, listening to this. It's digestible, there's tangibles that you can take away, and you get your questions answered. If you happen to find that that's not happening, please do not hesitate to DM me on Instagram at Gabrielle Lara. Gabrielle has 2 E's at the end. And let me know, because this podcast is for you guys, and I really, really hope that you're enjoying it because I love recording these. I love hearing your feedback. I love seeing your feedback. It makes me really excited. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this. But let's dive into today's episode. I got a request to do one on how to tell the difference between anxiety and intuition, and I already have a yawn for all of your nervous systems. Whoever is listening to this, that yawn just indicated that what I am about to say throughout this entire episode is going to be a relief for you to hear. So take that for what it is worth. And I want to give a quick disclaimer before I channel Lara, because with my private clients, I've done some channeling around this stuff, and I know what they're going to say, and I want to just take a step back in the human experience and remind you all, we are souls having a human experience. So we are souls, which is what I connect to when I channel, right? Having this human physical experience in this physical body, which means science and spirituality are wildly important. That balance is so important. Science for the actual physical body, because we are humans, right? And spirituality for the soul. Envision it as if you're like filling 2 cups, right? You're filling a cup on the human end, which is through science, and filling the cup through the soul end, which is spirituality. Both are very important, and take that for what you will. But when we talk about anxiety, right? Lara is going to speak about it from the spiritual end. It's also incredibly important to know from the human experience, anxiety can be caused from so many things. So many things, mineral imbalances, so many different things. So listen to this episode, take what resonates, and leave what doesn't. Okay, so I just want to preface that. Now I'm going to call Lara forward, and let's help you guys figure out how to tell the difference between anxiety and intuition, which I know they're already going to want to talk about because I can hear them, ego versus intuition. Because anxiety really sits in the ego, and I'm getting wicked chills down my leg as we go through that. So I'm going to call them forward, we'll define ego, and let's go into it. So give me a moment. If you're not watching the video on YouTube, then just know I'm calling them forward. Beautiful. Such a beautiful topic. Beautiful, beautiful. Ego. Anxiety sits in the ego. What is the ego? The ego is a very human thing where you harbor all your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, particularly the negative ones, right? Limiting belief, imposter syndrome, anxiety, etc. You name it, depression, it's all in there. It's all sitting within the ego. So as Gabrielle mentioned a moment ago, this will be a conversation between ego and intuition. Ego is a human thing. When you cross over, there's a release. When you cross over, which you all will at some point, you do not take your ego with you. And so when you hear spiritual people say, everything up here in the universe is out of pure love, it is pure love. It's true, because ego does not exist. Ego is a wildly important thing. It is detrimental to the human experience, and it does not have to be a bad thing. It is not a bad thing. It's there to show you what is out of alignment. And each day you have 2 options. You can focus on alignment, or you can focus on ego. Alignment means that you're in a straight line. Your human body and your soul is in a straight line with one another, which means that you are directly connected to the universe. And what is the universe? Pure love. Pure love. So you lead with your heart, right? Your heart space. Whereas ego is where you allow your fears to absolutely absorb you, your anxieties, your worries, right? Money, all of the things. Each day you have two options, and our deep suggestion to you daily is to wake up and ground yourself in alignment. So, anxiety, intuition, how do you tell the difference between both? Let's walk through what anxiety is to us. When we see you all with anxiety, we right away can look at you and say, boom, that's it. Let me get this clear for a second because they're going really fast. Anxiety is your lack of trust. It is your lack of trust in yourself to navigate any given situation. And more importantly, it is the lack of trust in us, in the universe, in your source, whatever you choose that source to be. Anxiety comes from a lack of trust in those two things. That's part one. Part two is control. If you do not know what to expect, you become anxious. If you don't know what the conversation on the other end of the phone is going to be when you call your boss, you get anxious. When there is a threat of confrontation at all, you get anxious, right? Because there's no control, you do not know what to expect. But that marries in so perfectly with the lack of trust. When you trust yourself to be able to navigate any situation in the world, right? You don't need control. You skip throughout your day and you say, whatever comes to me, I'm going to figure it out. Because I trust myself to, I believe in myself to be able to do that. And also, in the universe, in your source. When you lack trust in source, that means that you're lacking trust in the fact that there is purpose behind every single thing in your life. And that every single thing in your life is working for you. Even at times if that seems absolutely backwards. Gabrielle chiming in really fast. I can't tell you the most wild things that I have channeled before. There's released the most wild, backwards things that I've channeled before. And the person or the people on the other end of it who I've channeled, they describe the purpose. There's purpose behind all of it. All of it. Back to Lara. So when you ground yourself in the fact that I don't need to have control because I trust this journey that I'm on, wicked chills. I trust this journey that I'm on and I'm allowing myself to flow through it. And so when you feel those feelings of anxiety, you pause and you ask yourself, what am I lacking trust in? What am I lacking trust in right now? Is it me? Is it source? Is it both? And then ask yourself the question of, what part of my inner child feels the need to control right now? Why? Control at some point in your life became your protective mechanism. It protected you through something in your life at some point. And you took that throughout your entire life to where you are now. And this anxiety is very most likely us, the universe, raising it deeply in front of you, smacking you in the face with it and saying, boom, it's time to release this. It's time to feel our way through this, process these emotions and get them out. This is not serving us anymore. We know the ego can be loud. So when you all ask the question, how do I define intuition versus ego? It's that. The ego is loud. The ego is loud. Let me get more clarity here. Okay, I have to just pause here for a second and tell you guys this. The weirdest friggin' thing just happened. I have chills. I'm a little creeped out. What the hell? So I record these on my phone and I use like that DJ Osmo DJI tripod that's like robotic almost. And I have it in the hamburger position so that I could put this on YouTube and stuff. And all of a sudden I said what I just said about the intuition being soft and boom, the phone just falls down. It's never done that in my life. I have wicked chills and I'm freaking creeped out. Lara creeps me out sometimes. the souls that I can feel, it freaking creeps me out sometimes. And here I am home alone, my dog's in their crates. I wish they were sitting with me because it freaks me out. But that is, I can't. It freaking creeps me out. I have chills. So let's get back to that. And Laura, please leave my phone alone because it creeps me out. You guys know that. We've talked about this 100 times. I gotta take a drink of water. Hold on. That really just freaking weirded me out for a second. The weirdest stuff happens when I channel. So the other day, I know we're getting off topic here, but just bear with me. Hopefully you find this interesting. You guys know how the other day I posted a reel that was a conversation with my client, something around money, like low vibrational people having money. And then I shifted kind of the way I do reels, like the script a little bit in terms of like saying something that my client says and then, oh, here's what Laura said, and then inserted what Laura said. I was doing my dishes as I literally had the vision of me doing that. That's how I do my content. I get visions of it and then I just go and do it. Friggin' books fell off my bookshelf. Fell off. And Eric was on the couch and he was like, what was that? And I was like, who was that? We're like, who? Just very randomly. The books have just always been in place and they just fell over. I was like, Laura, please. I get it. I get you want to hop out of my mouth. You gotta stop. It's wigging me out. Anyway, let's get back to it. I know that distracted me for a second. Hopefully you guys found that amusing. Whew. All right, I gotta ground for a second here. So, how do you tell the difference between the two? The ego is loud. Intuition is that soft voice. So let me fully pull Laura. You know when it's your intuition. You know when it's your intuition, and you know when it's your ego. You know the difference. I'm getting chills on my hips, guys. And I rarely get chills here. So this is, please take this. You have the ability to decipher between the difference of the two. The ego nags. The intuition is persistent. The ego makes you feel bad if you don't go and do it. The intuition keeps it top of mind for you. The ego tells you that you're not good enough and that you have to stop, drop, and roll and do everything now or else the opportunity's going to run away, right? The money's going to run out, no one's going to buy it, etc. The intuition gives you these beautiful visceral reactions that makes you want to step forward and do that. Intuition is soft and out of love. The ego is out of spite, it's out of fear, it's out of anxiety. It's out of all of that. It tells you that you're not good enough. The way that your intuition knows you're beyond worthy, you're beyond capable, and you can absolutely do this, which is why they sprinkle it into your experience. And here's an exercise that we deeply want to encourage you to do. You can either pause what you're doing now, or if you want to start fresh tomorrow morning, we always recommend doing this in the morning. When you open up your eyes, before you get out of bed, preferably before you talk to your partner, the kids, I know that's tough, the dogs, the animals, anything, ask yourself, what do I need from me today? And as you ask yourself that, say, universe or source, please push my ego to the side. Push my ego to the side. I'm ready for this clarity. I'd like to hear my intuition loud and clear. So intuition, what do I need from me today? You're going to get your answer. You will get your answer. So, and there's a release. In any situation where you really want to hear your intuition, you may have to ground yourself if everything's just going too fast, if it's a very stressful situation, if there's a lot at stake, if you're just spiraling. You may have to go ground yourself. So go walk outside, get some fresh air, try to be barefoot, have a drink of water, make a cup of tea, ground yourself. Light a candle, put on some high vibrational music on YouTube, put on like a relaxing scene on YouTube, get grounded. And then ask your intuition. And as you do that, ask the universe, your spirit guide, source, whomever, to push the ego out of the way so that you can hear the clear answer. because you're open and you're ready to receive it. And it's time for you to do that now. Let me see if Laura has anything else. They were really adamant about that exercise, guys. Please try that and let me know. Head over to Instagram. Let me know. I want to hear these things. I love hearing these updates. What else, Laura? What else around this? You've covered it all. That's it, they said. Okay, cool. Anything they want you guys to walk away with? Let's see. Why don't we get some love from Laura? I love that. You know what I was thinking on my email list, guys? I want to start sending out just like love letters from Laura, where it's just, I channel them and they write whatever they want that would be useful for you guys to hear, a paragraph or two, and send it on its way. If you guys would like that, let me know, because I think that would be really cool. But let's see. Let's get a sneak peek of what that would look like. For everyone listening, what we deeply urge you and encourage you to do. What the fuck? It just happened again. I have chills. Nope, I can't. Oh my God. Laura, stop. We gotta get through this. I can't. This is the most bonkers thing ever. They just did it again. The second I'm getting such chills. When I was just about to hunker down and deliver that love message from Laura, boom, they did that to my phone again. The tripod has never once done this. It is fully charged. She never acts up. Laura's acting up right now, and this is just wigging me out. So clearly, they're really excited to deliver this message. I need to grab it again, so give me a second, but I hope you guys are, this is, what the hell? It gets me every time. It really does. You think I'd be used to it by now. You are all wildly unique beings. And what we want you to know is that you hold the power. You look at source, universe, God, etc. as the power. We want you to know, and we want you to get deeply grounded in... I can't even make it up anymore. They just did it again. I'm so sorry. I'll obviously like edit some of these pieces out, but like I want you guys to see the beautiful reality of channeling and how interactive souls are. When you are saying something that they really want to deliver, they will make it known. They will absolutely make it known. So back to it. Stop looking externally for the power. You are the most powerful being in this universe. You are an extension of the universe. I'm just gonna leave it like that. So we're gonna finish like this. You guys are gonna look at me upside down and we're gonna do this. You are an extension of the universe. You are the universe. It's you. You are that freaking powerful. And it's safe for you to acknowledge that now. And it's safe for you to take that into your day. It's safe for you to take that into your everyday. And it's safe for you to take that into your life. In fact, it's time for you to take that into your life. The power does not sit outside of you. It is in you. You are the power. You are the source. You are everything. And you're wildly deserving of it all. So a question that we got, let me try to fix the phone for the 100th time. And just as I go to fix the phone for the 100th time, I went up and the thing on there was, it was 2111. Laura. We did get a question around this on Instagram. Want to make sure I answer before I hop and let you guys go. Somebody asked, do you have exercises around strengthening your intuition so that we can continue to learn the difference between intuition and ego? That is in the membership. It's Laura's membership. Everything's channeled through Laura, and there is a whole section on intuition videos to help you strengthen your relationship to your intuition. Come join us in the membership. It's such a beautiful community. There's a whole community section there, guys, where you can ask any question. There's no limit on the questions that you ask. I'll answer and I'll channel Laura. So you get channeled responses. There's a bunch of resources in there, tapping videos, affirmations, visualizations, so many things to get you closer to your manifestation. And then we meet once a month, and I'll do mini channelings with as many of you as I possibly can. It's $44 a month. You can cancel anytime. Come join us. It is such a fun community. I'll leave the link to join us in the show notes. I love you guys so much. Thank you for your patience as the phone kept flipping up, down, and all around. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you next week.